Hello students, I am Dr. Sangeeta Singh from JDB Government Girls College Kota. I am going to teach you General English for BSc Part 1. Hello dear students, today we are going to study prepositions. Prepositions are an important part of grammar. I am going to introduce you to prepositions. Prepositions are being taught to you right from your school level. They are natural connective words that we use in written, spoken English. There are more than 100 prepositions in the English language. To avoid the difficulty, we can talk of the prepositions in relation to time, place, and directions, etc. Now, this is the definition of the prepositions. A preposition can be defined as a word or group of words that show the relationship between things associated with time and space. According to Wren and Martin, a preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to show in what relation the person or thing denoted by it stands in regard to something else. There are several prepositions of time, just like after, around, at, before, between, by, during, for. I shall present some of the examples before you so that you can understand the difference between them. The first example is about after. When we do something later than some task, then we use after. The example is I sew the pieces together after cutting. One work is being done after another. Around, should we meet around 7 p.m.? Now here the time is not sharply exact. At the time the class starts at 9 a.m. Here the time is sharp or precise in the use of at. Before, we will leave before dawn. When something is happening earlier than anything else, then we use before. Between, the train will arrive between 8 and 8:30. There are 2 points of time, so we are using between here. By, they will reach here by midnight. During, please pay attention during the lecture. For, please wait for a few minutes. Now, preposition of time and their examples. Past, since, until, within. This is the next slide about the prepositions of time. Some more prepositions of time are here. It's 20 past 7 right now. Since, I have been an artist since I was young. There is a point of time when we are using since. When we are using a period of time, then we use for. Until the class went on until noon. The example of until is given here. Within, please finish your work within an hour. This is the duration when we have to finish our work, so we are using within. This is the preposition of time. Now we are discussing or presenting or illustrating the preposition of place. Aboard. Is the entire class aboard this idea? Above, the city is 250 feet above the sea level. Across. The canteen is all the way across campus. Against. I kept the painting against the wall. This is some place. They are talking about some place, and that place is against the wall. Around. I took a walk around the park. At. There is someone at the door. Means near the door. At the back of. I like sitting at the back of the class. At the bottom of. I found your ring at the bottom of the pool. Means it was sunken in the pool. Prepositions of place and examples once more. Some more prepositions of place and their examples are here. At the top of. There is a temple at the top of the hill. So it is showing the highest point of the hill. Between. I kept the groceries on the table between the cupboard and the refrigerator. Means two points of places are being shown here, and one thing is being placed here between these two points of places. Behind. The cat is hiding behind the curtain. Below. Your project is kept below the newspapers. The position of the project is shown here, that it is placed below the newspapers. By. She was standing by the window. Means just near the window. In. I live in that apartment. Inside. Your earrings are inside the jewelry box. Some more examples of preposition of place. On the corner of. The school is on the corner of this street. In the middle of. We live in the middle of the complex. Near. This is a common preposition, near. There is a cafe near the mall. Opposite. This is also a very common preposition, opposite. There is a playground opposite my house. Means facing my house in the opposite direction. Across. There is a museum across the river. Outside. The car is outside the parking line. Under. The dog is under the sofa. Here we have some more examples of place. Underneath. I kept the broom underneath my bed. Next to. They live next to the bakery. Means just beside. To the left of. The pencil box is to the left of the craft box. To the right of. The post office is to the right of the bus stop. On. Most commonly used preposition is on. Your wallet is on top of the fridge. On the side of. There are flowers on the side of the road. Prepositions of place. Once again, next slide. On top of. There is a picnic spot on top of the hill. On the other side of. We sat on the other side of the boat. Now we move towards the prepositions of direction. The first is from. We went from the bakery to the museum. Off, O-double-F, off. Don't stray off the route. Off shows being diverted. Over. They went hiking over the hill. Along. We fed the ducks along the side of the pond. Through. They went to the airport through 24th Cross Street. Under. The tunnel passes under the auditorium. When something is not touching the surface above, then we use under. Suspended prepositional phrases. A suspended prepositional phrase occurs when a given noun or pronoun serves as the object of two prepositions. As a result, the meaning of the first prepositional phrase is not clear until the end of the second phrase. We can understand this through some examples. We are interested in and indebted to the boy. Here the object of the preposition is boy. The words and indebted to therefore suspended to the preposition in from its object boy. So we are using here two prepositions for one object, and that is boy. Some rules and exceptions. Now we are showing you some rules and their exceptions. Generally, prepositions come before the object, but the rule does not apply when the object of the preposition is a relative pronoun that. For example, this is the watch we were searching for. So, that is missing here. This is the servant that I spoke of. So that is hidden in the first sentence, but in the second sentence that is prominent and the preposition is used in the last. B. When the relative pronoun is hidden. This is the boy whom we are looking for. So here we see that whom is hidden. For making you understand these things, I have shown this word in bracket whom, but when we use it, we can remove it and we can say this is the boy we were looking for. We can omit whom here. Rules. Preposition is placed at the end when its object is interrogative pronoun. For example, sometimes we use preposition at the end. You can see here through this example, what are you talking about? Next example is prepositions are not used after some words such as considering, concerning, pending, regarding, touching, during, notwithstanding, barring. These words act as prepositions themselves. Some examples of common errors about prepositions. Incorrect example: considering about his qualities, Mohan is not a bad boy. So earlier I told you that after considering we don't use preposition. So the correct sentence is Considering his qualities, Mohan is not a bad boy. We are omitting about here because this is the incorrect use of preposition. He resembles with his brother. This is incorrect, and what is correct? He resembles his brother. So we don't use preposition with resemble also. Incorrect. Ravi has ordered for 10 books. Correct is what? Ravi has ordered 10 books. Some examples of fixed prepositions. There are certain words which are followed by fixed prepositions such as abide by, accused of, absent from, afraid of, ashamed of, proud of, beware of, boast of, care for, congratulations on, capable of, die of, eligible for, cure of, exempt from, fond of, full of, guilty of, greedy of, invite to, jealous of, knock at, laugh at, listen to, long for, lead to, search for, sure of, sympathize with, tired of, wait for. So these are fixed prepositions which are used with these verbs. Some tips are here for you. The overuse of prepositions should be avoided. This way you can maintain a natural flow of concise writing. The following sentence illustrate instances where the ending of a sentence with a preposition can be avoided. Acceptable is what? This is the table I am trying to put the vase on. And what is better? This is the table on which I am trying to put the vase. So the excessive or superfluous use of on is being omitted here, and better use is to avoid the preposition on in the end of the sentence here. Now we move to the conclusion. There are many rules and more examples, but can be learned better through exercises. The students should write small sentences and get them checked. Some of the usages are incorrect, some are correct, acceptable and better. Students can be aware of them by regular practice. Thanks for watching the video. We will be meeting soon for the next one.